This is the Virtual Solar Pro Podcast with your host, Jarrett McAllister.
What's up and welcome to the Virtual Solar Pro Podcast. My name is Jarrett McAllister, your host, and our guest today is an absolute beast from the mean streets of San Antonio, Texas, where he started off his career in the telecommunications industry. He explored network marketing at the age of 20, but after years of making less than six figures, he decided to make a move to start working in real estate. Only problem with that is my man over here, he failed the real estate exam. So after a few dead-end jobs and feeling hopeless, he then discovered the solar industry. He humbled himself and started knocking on doors for the first time in his life, determined to mastering his craft. 4 years later, he made his first $1 million in solar. He's now achieved recognition as a top recruiter and a top sales mentor. He now leads a team of over 700 consultants in 10 different states, including Puerto Rico. He's the founder of Solar Mastermind International, one of the largest solar conferences in North America. And today, he's on a mission to serve and help others rise to his level and beyond, committed to leaving a legacy for his family. He's a patriot, and I'm honored to call him a friend, Mr. Eric Garcia. What is up, brother? Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, thank you, brother. It's good to talk to you, man.
Man, it is so good to have you on. I'm excited. You got a lot of great things coming up, and let's get right into it. So let's talk about your background just a little bit. For those that don't know, in that intro of yours, it said, hey, you were young, you were hustling, trying to find your way. Tell me about that. Tell the audience, what that was like, what you were doing.
Yeah, absolutely. When I was younger, I didn't have the pleasure of having to be able to have the luxury of living with my parents when I was younger. My parents ended up moving on to different cities because of the military. Civil service. Matter of fact, they did 35 years, and I thank them to this day for everything they did. Yeah, man. So at a young age, I didn't have the luxury of living with them, so I had to live on my own at the age of 18. Struggled, obviously as an 18-year-old. I worked at Olive Garden as a waiter, and just had an apartment and really no direction until, a few years later, I found, Sprint cell phone company. Back then it was a pretty new thing, and text messaging wasn't a thing yet, and there, we sold plans that included, after 7 p.m. is free. Other than that, you're paying for it.
I remember that my first cell phone service was Sprint. I remember I had my friend's girlfriend co-sign for me so I could get a cell phone at the age of 14. I was hustling back then.
Damn.
And I remember I had the free, you had like so many minutes during the week. And then after 7 o'clock, you got free minutes, but I had the plan where you had free incoming. So my cheap ass, right? So I'd hit you up, you get a call from me, and I'll be like, yo, it's Jarrett. Hey, call me. Click.
Yeah.
And so that way you called me and it wasn't running up my minutes.
That was cool, right? And then they came out with the friends and family. If everybody has like the same service in the family, then they're all free. Imagine, dude, I was in the business when text messaging, that we were selling 250 text messages for $5 a month. Imagine how fast you go through 250 text messages, bro.
Bro, that could be by like 10 a.m. this morning.
It's ridiculous.
Times have changed.
And then we were also selling web browsing on phones for $15 a month. And a lot of people didn't want to add web browsing. They didn't want to add. They were like, I'm not going to use the internet on my phone. Bro, they would give it like $200, $300, $400 bills. Oh, I used it like once. Yeah, right. So it's funny, where we are today. But yeah, that's where I started. And that's where I started a really long career, Sprint. Then I went to Verizon, selling business to business. And I just, I was just, I wasn't making enough, man. I was top 1% in the state, top 5% in the nation, free trips and all this stuff. But I still wasn't making more than $70,000 a year, dude. And I was busting my ass, bro. And I would
Did you
see
just say
these
$7,000-8,000 a year? Did you mean $70,000-80,000 a year?
70,000.
Okay. Because I was like, yeah, $7,000 a year ain't gonna cut it. But man, I mean, and don't
70,000
get me wrong,
now it was
70,000 back then was good money, bro. Like I
a good
remember
life.
if you hit like that 50K mark back then, and like the end of the '90s, early
Yeah.
2000s, you were doing well. Now you couldn't. I mean, you can't pay rent on that type of money now.
It's crazy. It really is. But back then I knew, and thank God that it was a blessing to have that money. And and I had what I had, but I could never have more, right? I could never afford another vacation. I could never afford a nicer car. I could never afford to help my parents with any income. I could never afford to give more to tithing, or whatever. I could never give enough to my savings and my investments. I just made enough to have a really comfortable life, and that was it. But I always wanted more, man. So I found
So
solar later on.
yeah, so then yeah, you had the idea of real estate. It's like, hey man, you could make big money selling real estate. You went for it. It didn't work out. How did you come across solar? Who introduced you to solar, or did you find it on your own? I mean, was this an ad on Craigslist, the newspaper? Were you doing clippings? Like, tell me about it.
Yeah, that's funny. You know how you go to a mixer or a networking event and you meet different people?
Mm-hmm.
Or there was this gentleman that I met. His name was Oscar, and when I asked him what he did, he said solar, and it had been 2 years prior. And
What
I
year was this?
remember, oh man, 2015.
Okay, 2015. All right.
2 years later, I remembered him because of his card, and he said, I would see this guy randomly in different spots, and he's like, I'm still in solar, I'm still in solar, I'm still in solar. And so when I was desperate for a job, I didn't have anywhere to go, bro. I was like, let me call Oscar and see what they got going on.
Okay, and so how was that? So as I mentioned, you started off knocking on doors. I mean, and that's usually like on direct sales. That's the
Yeah.
way you're going to do it, right? You're going to go door to door, 100 doors a day, 6 days a week. You're grinding. You out there. You got to make it happen. Where were you out there? Were you doing leases? Tell us, how was the solar industry back in 2015?
Man. So I heard about it in 2015. I started about 2017.
Okay.
Okay. And back then, bro, solar was seriously thought of as a straight up scam. Now we have data, right, from customers' bills that shows that solar actually works, but there weren't a lot of customers that had solar back then. So
A lot of skeptics.
a lot of skeptics, bro. A lot of skeptics. That's a scam. That's a scam. That's not going to work, man. It was rough, man. But when you got a sale, it was great. But back then, dude, I didn't even know what I was doing. So, of course, they started me. And this is what companies will do. That's why I love Power Solar, because they pay you the right way. In other companies, they pay you what they want to pay you, what they think that you are capable of, what they think that they'll get away with. For the same deals that I'm making about $7,000 on average, I was making about $2,000 a deal over there. And it was good money. Again, I'm in my first six figures before Power. And it was a good learning lesson, man.
Cool, right on. And so then, and Power's who you're with now. When did you make the jump over to Power?
And I jumped over to Power back in 2019, right when they started the compensation plan that is still available today.
Yeah, that's actually when I got involved. It was
Yeah.
August of 2019. Opened up my eyes. I hadn't sold solar before then. I just saw the business model and
Yeah.
I ran with it.
Hell
Ran
yeah.
with it. So here we are today, February 2024, and happy Valentine's Day, bro.
Happy Valentine's.
You got plans with the wifey, kids?
Last night we went to a steakhouse called Bob's Chop House. We shared a 32-ounce porterhouse steak.
Porterhouse steak.
There you go. And then we shared some Brussels sprouts, some garlic, whipped potatoes, and carrot. It was so good, man. It was so good. We did it last night, man, because we knew today was going to be silly.
That's the move.
That's the
move. The OG. That's the power move, bro, for the
nugget.
OGs.
Boom. There you go. Golden nugget. You're welcome. We can end this shit, and you will be a master in your domain after that.
That is the absolute move when you say, babe, we are going to celebrate Valentine's Day the day before, the day after. Do it before, right?
Right.
And then yeah, the restaurants aren't packed. Flowers are all of a sudden like $10 cheaper a dozen, right? But if you do it on Valentine's Day, it's rough. For tonight, the girls are going to come home. We got them some gifts. We're going to do a nice dinner at that. It's Wednesday. We're going to do a nice dinner.
Sure.
I have 3 daughters. Yeah. And we're going to make it about them. We're going to take them out, maybe some ice cream, get them some cookies, watch a little family movie.
That's good, man.
Hopefully I can get those little shits to bed, though. You know what I mean?
Mommy and daddy got to have their Valentine's night.
Yeah, absolutely. Got to take care of mom. Got to take care of mom. So you made the transition over to power. Before, you were knocking on doors. Now you run this team across the country. You're leveraging over 700 reps plus Puerto Rico. How are you still making sales? Are you just helping out your team? Are you selling virtually? Tell me about that.
So for most part, I am mentoring and training at this point. I still sell solar. I'll probably do 2-3 deals on average a month. I have a lot of referrals that are coming in now, and man, people hit me up on the phone and they're like, I Googled San Antonio solar and your name came up and your number. And I'm like, that's cool, man. I mean, that's where I've gotten to, right? So that's really cool because I've been consistent. I didn't get out of the game, then get back in, get out of the game, get back in, jump from company to company to company. And because people don't trust people like that, man. I'm sorry, but it is what it is.
Yeah. These days you see a lot of people jumping from company to company, red line to red line. I'm like, I don't even know what a freaking red line is. I mean, I do, but I've never had to deal with it.
Right.
And
it's all good, man.
Yeah. And now you've had tremendous success. You're an absolute hustler, bro. You're all over the place. I remember the first time I saw you, I think we just became friends on Facebook, I think through Power or whatever.
Yeah, through Power Hitters probably.
Yeah, and you were rocking a Lions Not Sheep t-shirt. And I was like, that's my dude right there.
Hell yeah, dude. Lions Not Sheep, man. What are they? They sent me this in the mail the other day.
Oh, glory.
Yeah, man.
Lions glory.
Not Sheep. I love the movement, man. It's about being independent, being free, speaking your mind, standing up for yourself. And that's what I'm about, bro.
Absolutely. And it shows. So, you've had all this tremendous success. Not everybody does.
Mm-hmm.
What is it about you that separates yourself from the rest? What do you think it is that is the difference between, all the success that you've had versus someone, who might fizzle out? Like what makes you, Eric?
Yeah. Well, I think, honestly, that a lot of people are not ready to embrace the fact that they may not be able to go out for dinner every other night anymore because the bills aren't paid. I don't think a lot of people understand, you know what? They don't understand that they can make exceptions with their companies to pay the bills, because when they freak out when business isn't going the right way. They freak out. A lot of people start business and they freak out when shit hits the fan, and then they go back into the job mode, right? They quit and they say, you know what? I tried it. It was good, but fuck, I need money right now. Let me get a fucking interview. You know what I mean? Like, I've always thought to myself, and I think everybody's different. Everybody's going to have a certain trigger that they can speak to. But if everybody had a trigger to speak to, I think that would help. And mine was whenever times were tough and whenever business wasn't coming in and whenever I wasn't making the money I was supposed to, I always asked myself, did you give it your all? Because did you really give it at least 40 hours a week? Because if not, you're going to surrender yourself to another company, another owner that you're going to give 40 hours to every week without question. And you couldn't even do that for yourself. You couldn't even do it for your family. Is that what you're really about? And so that's what I ask myself all those times when I get down and I get like, worried about business or what's coming in. I'm like, am I giving it enough? And when I know in my heart that I haven't been giving it enough, then I'm all about not surrendering myself to someone else for their dream, because I know without question I would do it for them for 40 hours a week for a paycheck, and I'm better than that.
Amen. Yeah, it's like, what the saying, right? You get a job. What's a job? Just over broke.
Mm-hmm.
You're working for somebody else's dream.
You are.
Right? You either work for your own dream or you're working for somebody else's dream.
And
And that's what I love about being an entrepreneur, working for yourself. I tell people this all the time. I'm unemployable.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way I can work for someone. I just can't. No.
They can't afford you.
No. I mean, not to be able to tell me what to do.
Not at all. There's nothing wrong with having a job, but in my opinion, job should be the training for you to go out on your own and do something. Now, we all need trash men. We all need bakers. We all need waiters. Not everybody can do the entrepreneurship lifestyle. So it's okay, but I'm just not one of those dudes, man. So
you and me both, brother. You and me both. And I'm sure, several of the people out there listening to this podcast, they're either entrepreneurs, but they might be working for another company or working for someone else or working for a job, not even solar related, but they're inspired, to hear these stories, and want location independence. They want that freedom. What is some advice that you would give to somebody who's just getting started in the industry or wants to get started in the industry?
I would say definitely if they wanted to start in the solar industry, correct?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, if they're just getting started in the solar industry and wanting to sell virtually,
I would say do your due diligence. Find out where you want to sell. Do you want to sell? How do you want to sell? Do you want to sell in the streets? Do you want to knock doors? Do you want to make phone calls all day? Do you want to sell online? Do you have an ad budget? Right? A lot of people don't really have a plan before they start getting into things. And if you have a job out there and you're working hard, that's great. And you're looking to add solar, well, I mean, no solar company, a traditional solar company, will take you full time if you don't leave your job. And that's why power works so well, is that you can learn while you earn, right? You can learn in our back office and you can collect an utility bill and get paid, but do your due diligence. Check out all the different companies and what they have to offer. Because at the end of the day, man, if you try to join my my organization, like I don't put up with excuses, man, because any excuse will work. It doesn't matter to me what excuse it is that you're not following protocol, you're not following the training system, you're not doing what you need to do to be successful. So yeah, that's what I would say. Do your due diligence and get with the right team and go from there, man.
Yeah, I love that about the excuses thing. The truth of the matter is, if you're in sales, you're a great salesperson. There's no one easier to sell than yourself. And if you sell yourself on some bullshit, you're going to talk yourself out of success.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Absolutely, bro.
So something I like to ask, high level entrepreneurs is about your morning routine. I think morning routines are extremely important. Do you have a morning routine or a ritual, or like how does Eric Garcia start his day?
No, I don't have a ritual. I will tell you right now, I know a lot of people will make up something, some bullshit, but I'll tell you, I don't have a ritual, man. I wake up, my kids, they get ready for school, so I get their cereal together. I make sure they brush their teeth, make sure they aren't pissing off their mom because she leaves in the morning as well. She's a teacher. And to calm her down because she's pissed off that the kids are being slow in the morning. So I guess I'm more of a dad, dude. In the morning, I wake up and I'm just in dad mode, bro. And it depends on my day. If it's a day off, hey, I'll go right back to sleep and I'll wake up at 10 o'clock and I'll do my day. If I have calls and Zooms ready to go, I've already got iced coffee ready to go at home. I'll make my own iced coffee. It's super expensive everywhere now. It's like $7, $8 a damn cup for iced coffee. I just start making my own, and I'll just go to my office, which is probably 30 feet from my bedroom, right here at the home, and I'll start working, man. Randomly, probably twice a week in the morning, I will make sure that I take off my shoes and put my feet on the grass, on the ground. Something about the world's frequency that kind of interests me. And so I'll be on the ground, like just enjoying the sunlight with my bare feet. I think that's a great thing.
Some
Um,
grounding.
Grounding. Absolutely, man. Yeah, man. So if anything, I'm a dad in the mornings and then I just get to work,
I love that, man. Being a dad, and that's one of the benefits of being an entrepreneur, right?
Yeah.
Is setting your own schedule, and it really does free up that time for you to be a dad, to help out
Dude,
mom. It's like,
yeah, it's not like hurry, gotta go, good, because that's how the wife is. And bless her heart, she has a passion for teaching. So hey, babe, go ahead, do what you got to do. But I'm not like that. I'm the dad is in the morning like, hey, you got your Cap'n Crunch? Hey, did you forget your water bottle? Hey, you didn't brush your teeth. Come on, let's go. And it feels good not to have that stress in the morning. A lot of people have that, man, and I feel sorry for that because that's not cool. Like I want them to feel that peace in the morning, but man, in reality, when people are late for work, it's because they really don't want to fucking go, bro. Like, think about that
who
shit.
does?
Why are they late? Why are they late? Because they don't get up in the morning happy as fuck, and they're here we go today. That's how we act because we're fucking happy about what we do. But it sucks, man, that people have to live that way. And we offer a way out of that. And I love that, man.
For sure. Hey, when you were talking about, hey, tell these kids to hurry the fuck up. Like, I relate to that so much. We got 3 daughters who got to get up early in the morning. The first one's out of the house by, I think she's out at 7 like 06 or something. She has to get out there for the bus. And then our younger ones, they need to be out the house by 8:30. But getting young ones out of the house and brush your teeth and eat your breakfast and dad, can you help me get dressed and all that stuff. That's why for me it's so important to get up early. Like I try to get up at least like by 6 o'clock at the latest before they all start getting up. So that way I can spend a little bit of time with my wife, having coffee, planning out our day. Cause then once that hits, getting the kids ready for school, that time's gone. So it's important to start. Let me ask you another thing. You reading anything? Are you into books, podcasts, audibles, stuff like that? I mean,
Audibles
I know you're all about.
into.
Okay. What's the most recent Audible you've listened to?
Audible right now, right now, currently, I'm on Grant Cardone, Seller Be Sold. Grant Cardone is a really, really great author. Oh, are you there, bro? You hear me?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
The screen went blank. My bad, bro. I don't know what's wrong. It's everybody's getting home now,
No,
and
you're good. You're
and the
good.
connection. All right, cool. But yeah, Grant Cardone, Seller Be Sold, bro.
Okay. You recommend it?
Absolutely, dude. Grant Cardone, 10x selling as well. 10x. It's a great book. Grant Cardone. Are you familiar with this story?
Oh, yeah. I'm very familiar with this story. Have you been to any of his events?
Dude, absolutely. I've been to three 10x events. As a matter of fact, I wanted to go to the next one coming up, but it's like $1,500, man. And I'm like, I don't know. Well, we'll see.
He's going to be at SolarCon this year, is he not?
No, that's gonna
I
be
think
Gary
he's the
V.
main. Oh, it's Gary V. Are you
Yeah,
sure? Okay, yeah, I think you're right. It is Gary
yeah,
V. Gary V is
yeah,
going to
yeah,
be at
yeah,
SolarCon in Utah this year. Well, speaking of events,
yeah.
you have an event coming up here, Solar Mind International. Let's talk about this. In fact, here I'll put it up on the screen here. Give me
All
one
right.
minute. This is pretty cool. All right. Here we go. So Solar Mind International in San Antonio, Texas, March 1st through the 2nd. Tell us about this event that you have planned. But first of all, this website, holy shit, bro, this looks wild. Is this the party? I mean,
Bro, that's the VIP party.
yo, yo,
Dude,
let's go.
I'm telling you, man, the event is sick, man. We're gonna have 30 plus speakers talking about different things like not just solar sales, presenting, closing, building relationships, right? Building rapport. We're gonna talk about commercial solar. We're gonna talk about the opportunity in EV chargers at different commercial establishments and mindset, consistency, goal setting, all those kinds of things. And yeah, we literally have probably the most epic VIP party you've ever seen in your life. Like limo buses will pick you up, take you downtown to the Riverwalk. After that, the top club in San Antonio. So, man, it's an event, dude. I wouldn't want to miss if I were anybody.
Wow, that looks freaking wild, Eric. This looks insane. And what is this? This is your fourth year doing this?
This is the fourth year doing this. This last one was in Arlington, in Dallas, Texas. And this was the VIP right there. We're showing a VIP dinner where we had some appetizers, a really good fun at this place. And then after that, we went to a club. We rented out pretty much half the club and just had a good time, man.
Looks like a hangover. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, man,
No, that
for
looks wild.
sure.
And you got some killer keynote speakers here.
Yes,
Tell us about some of your
absolutely.
speakers. I see.
You see this guy, John Malott. He's made over $100 million in health and wellness. Mark Bench he is the CEO of TriSmart Solar right here in Texas. Over $10 million in that company he's making. And then we have Casey Towns, who's in networking. Danny Pesci, who you can see right there, is one of the top influencers in solar. Probably one of the top speakers out there right now. Tyler Maskow from New York, talking about commercial solar. He's got a commercial platform like Power. That's pretty awesome, dude. Danny Klein, Arizona. He's actually a sales trainer and just going to bring a lot of heat. KC Towns talking about networking. Daniel Gomez talking about, being a coach, an author, a speaker. So it's for everybody, dude. It's for everybody. It's not just for somebody looking at solar. It's for everybody.
Wow, wow. And so this is March 1st and 2nd. So it's coming up here in a couple weeks here.
Yeah,
And you said that you had something special for our audience.
I do, man. I have something very special. You know, I'm not in this event to make money. I'm in this event. This is the fourth one I'm throwing because I wanted to bring value to people. I wanted them to become more successful faster. Because when I started, we were really early in the game and really didn't have a lot of experts yet, man. We were the experts. We were the one trying it, right? So now we have experts. Now you can see everything that you need and make six figures in 2024 without knowing anything before you attend this event. So I'm giving everybody that's on Jarrett's
Here on the
podcast
podcast.
a 60% discount on our tickets, bro.
Wow. So you guys hear it here. Go ahead, go to get your tickets. Normal general admission is $4.99, but if you enter in code virtual solar pro, let's see what that does.
$499 regular price, all the way down to $199.
Let's go.
Just saying,
Let's
man.
go. That's
Nobody
a steal, brother.
Nobody has excuses, because that's one thing I don't like is excuses on why you can't go. I'm making it super, super affordable for somebody to get everything they need to make six figures in solar in any way possible, virtually, commercial, EV chargers, doesn't matter. You're going to learn everything at the event.
The networking is worth millions and millions of dollars. I mean, you're literally rubbing the shoulders with titans in the industry. That's incredible opportunity. I appreciate you for doing that. I'm sure our listeners appreciate for you doing that. If you guys haven't already, get your tickets. The website is Solar Mastermind INT.com. That's Solar Mastermind INT.com. Enter in promo code virtual solar pro, all one word, and get 60% off. Man, $199, drop in the bucket, brother.
Bro, anything for you, man. You know that.
I appreciate it. Well, look, Eric, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, man. I appreciate you coming on. For those that want to get a hold of you, how can they find you? You know, you want to drop your socials? Like, where can they find Eric Garcia? Other than obviously you're going to be at this event.
Absolutely. Look, San Antonio is a beautiful city. If you're out there and you've never visited, it's very inexpensive to eat, live here. I mean, it's also, I've gotten you get free shuttle from the airport to the actual Marriott event. We have a discounted room at $160 a night instead of $220. So invest in yourself. Hit me up on Instagram. I'm at Eric the Solar Pro, ERIC the Solar Pro. And I also have my Instagram, Solar Mastermind Conference. And Jarrett, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, brother. It's a total honor to have you on here, and I'm excited for you and all your success and this event, man. You're going to absolutely crush it, brother. So thanks for coming on to the Virtual Solar Pro podcast, man. You got it. Bye, everybody. Hey, guys. Thanks for tuning into this episode. If you haven't already, subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening. You can also follow me on the socials, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. All those links will be listed below. Now, if you're looking to get started on the path to selling solar virtually, look no further than Power. Power is a decentralized solar platform that gives you the ability to sell 100% virtually in 25 plus states and growing. Their platform gives you the advantage to offer your clients a variety of different panels, inverters, roofs, batteries, and even EV chargers. Brands include Enphase, SolarEdge, Tesla, Franklin, and Span Smart Panels. Power offers multiple zero-down financing options, including loans, PPAs, and leases. And with their revolutionary cost of goods sold model, 5 different streams of income, and world-class training, there is nothing else like it in the solar industry. If you're looking to get started, go to power.com. That's POWUR.com/virtual-join and start selling solar virtually today.